Oi, fala aí pessoal, bom dia. Você está escutando o Inglês no Rádio. I am your host, Foster Hodge. This is your daily dose of English. Hey, Alexia. Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. How are you doing?
Happy Hump Day. Sorry.
Humpy Day.
Humpy
Ooh,
Day.
That sounds sensual.
I am fine. What about you?
I'm good. Do you understand what I'm saying when I say Happy Hump Day?
Yes, it's almost the weekend.
Yeah. So technically a hump is like a bump. It's the thing on a camel, you know?
Uh-huh.
The animal. That is a hump. So you have to get over the hump and you start going towards Thursday and Friday. Then it's the weekend.
I have a question about humping, if you don't mind.
Okay.
Because when there are like two dogs
Yes.
and one starts to go after the other.
That is humping.
That is humping.
Yeah.
So if I can explain this in Portuguese, if you don't mind.
Pode falar.
Quando cachorro tenta, pegar o outro cachorro, sabe, por trás, é porque eu não quero falar palavra feia.
Cachorros estão transando.
Não, um está carcando o outro. É muito feio falar isso. Muito, muito feio. Mas tudo bem. É isso, é humping.
Yeah. So we have the noun hump. We normally are talking about the hump on a camel or hump day. In general, I would only use hump with hump day when we're talking about Wednesday. The verb humping only in a sexual context.
Então é feio. That's what I was about to ask. Like, oh, your dog is humping on mine. This is ugly to say. This is not.
Yeah, not humping on, just humping mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Dad, pai, desculpa ter falado isso.
Okay, desculpa Marco Antonio. Desculpa everyone. This is supposed to be a podcast about business. So yesterday we talked about business. Today we're talking about camels and dogs humping each other.
Sorry, Marco.
Okay, Alexia. So yesterday we started with the top 5 best business podcasts. Today we're going to do the next 5. So 6 through 10. Are you ready to go?
Yes, I am.
So can I get a drum roll, please? Another great podcast, if you want to improve your English, especially your business English, is called Masters of Scale. Have you heard of this one, Alexia?
I don't think so.
Okay, so this is a podcast hosted by Reid Hoffman. Do you know who that is?
No.
I'm sorry, I'm asking a lot of difficult questions. Reid Hoffman is the guy that started LinkedIn.
LinkedIn. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to learn more, we have an episode about how to talk about social media and not say LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, but say LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So Masters of Scale, very similar to some of the other podcasts that we've talked about, where he interviews founders and people from famous businesses and talks about the story of their business. But what I really like about this is he gives tips on every episode. So, for example, after speaking with a business leader, he will stop and just talk by himself. And he's saying, okay, if you're starting a business, this is what I think the most important lesson you can learn from this business.
Nice. That's interesting.
Yeah. And great guest, excellent production. I would highly recommend it.
And this gives you a lot of motivation.
Yeah. And they have an episode about Netflix and how Netflix does its branding, and it's fascinating. I'm not going to say any more, just I recommend it. You should listen to Masters of Scale and listen to the episode about Netflix.
Nice. Okay. And the next one?
And the next one, I can only tell you the next one if I get a drum roll. The next one is simply called Startup. One of the original business podcasts. So there's actually a TV show about startup now. So this is a guy, think about this. A guy is starting a business about podcast. So he's starting a podcast business where the idea of the business is instead of having all these little individual podcasts, he wants to start a podcast company. And at the same time, he's making a podcast about that process.
Wow.
So it's kind of metaphysical, but it is super interesting. It's super funny.
It's a metaphysical and super bibliográfico as well. Like,
Yeah,
não, é biografia. É, não é bibliográfico.
biographical.
Yeah, biographical.
Yeah, yeah. And it's really funny because Alex Bloomberg, the host, he is not a business person. He's a journalist and a podcaster. So he's trying to raise money and trying to start a business, and he's really bad at it. So it's funny, it's relatable. I cannot recommend it enough. If you're interested in podcasts, if you're interested in business, if you just want to hear a funny story, I would start with season 1, episode 1 of Startup.
Nice. Okay.
And the next podcast, can I get a drum roll?
No.
Alexia, can I get a drum roll, please?
Drrrr.
The next podcast that I wanted to recommend also contains the word startup. It is called Startup School, and it is by Seth Godin. So Seth Godin is one of the most famous internet marketers alive. He started a blog in like the 1990s, and he writes a blog post every single day.
No way.
Yeah, he's been doing it for like 17 years or something.
No way.
Yeah, and he's fascinating. He's super smart. But Startup School, I think it's just 15 or 20 episodes. But he is doing a small conference with like 20 people that are trying to start a business. So everything is live. You can hear the questions from the audience. And it's just very organic. It's like a workshop.
So, but how long does it take an episode?
Very short, maybe 15 to 20 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, maybe 20 to 30 minutes. But really, this is like an MBA in 15 episodes. Like if you said, Foster, would you prefer to do a 2-year MBA where you paid a lot of money and you learned a lot about corporate finance? Or do you just want to listen to 15 episodes of Startup School? I would have to think about it, but probably Startup School. Sorry, Mom. Sorry, Dad. And one episode I would recommend from Startup School is the Ship It Journal. So do you understand in business, Alexia, when we talk about shipping,
Yes.
what do you think that means?
Logística.
Kind of. Yeah. So shipping technically refers to, you're shipping this product to the United States or something. But in a more business school way, when we talk about shipping, that means you are putting it in public. You're getting it out the door, literally. So what Seth Godin focuses on most is just ship. So he has an episode all about this, that he's saying it's better if you want to start a blog and you're scared or something, write your first post and post it today. Get it in public, always ship.
Okay. Okay. I think I understand, but I would have to listen to it to know what he wants us to get it from it.
Yeah, it's really just putting things into action. So for example,
See what's happening, see if people likes it, what do you have to change after it, like.
Exactly. You're going to learn so much more if you just start doing it.
Yeah.
For example, with my French right now, I'm being really lazy because I have a lot of other things to do and I kind of get scared about it. But you could say just ship, Foster. And that would mean just go in the French class, talk to a French person, and then you'll start learning everything a lot faster.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Do we have a next one?
Yes, we have two more.
Drrrr.
The next podcast is a new podcast, and it's very interesting. This is one that I'm really liking lately, and it's called WorkLife with Adam Grant. So this is another TED podcast produced by the guys that make TED Talks. So it's super high quality, but Adam Grant is actually an organizational psychologist. Do you know what that means?
Interesting. Uh-huh.
What do you can you explain
I don't
to
know
me?
if organization in this means like from an office, like RH or
Kind of, but it's different. So it's not like human resources, like, oh, this person should go there, this person. He really thinks about what motivates people, what makes people happy in their jobs. Why do you need to focus on your health more than your job?
I would definitely listen to this.
Yeah, it's really cool because it's a podcast totally about business, but he almost never talks about business. He spends most of the time talking about psychology and happiness and mental health and things like that. And it's really cool. And a bonus is they have transcripts for all of the episodes.
Amazing.
Yeah, very cool. Very cool. And then an episode that I'd recommend, he has an episode about the freelance economy, and it's called A World Without Bosses.
Ooh.
Interesting, right?
Yes.
Okay, and last but not least, one more drum roll, Alexia. The last one, this is a very simple one. It's called Optimal Finance Daily. This is a very simple idea. Basically, this guy, all he does is he reads blog posts from the internet. And he has optimal living daily, optimal health daily, optimal pretty much everything. But it's super simple. He's just reading blog posts, so you don't have to read them. But the Optimal Finance Daily, he just reads really good finance blog posts, and they're always like 8 to 10 minutes, super short. I've learned a ton about personal finance, how to think about money, and I think this is a really good skill no one teaches you in school, you know?
Yes, I need
Yeah, everyone needs this.
that.
Yeah, it's a good one. And he's reading in a reading voice, so very, very easy to understand. Just one person, not too advanced. And an episode I would recommend is he reads a blog post called The Minimalist Budget.
What
So,
is that about?
minimalism, kind
Of
of
course.
the idea of having less stuff makes you happier. And then he just applies that to money.
So less is better?
Yeah. In English, I think a lot of times we say less is more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so from this last 5, I would definitely start listening WorkLife with Adam Grant. And this last one, just because I need to learn more about personal finance.
Great. Awesome. We can listen to those in the car as well. If you want to learn more about all of these podcasts, you can find them all on our website or in the show notes. You can see all of the best episodes, read more about each host and everything. It's going to be awesome. Improve your business English. And in the spirit of less is more, let's stop here for today.
Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye bye.